Tonight, a Valley hospital needs your help identifying a patient so he can be back with his loved ones. Thanks, everyone, for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine. The patient has been in the hospital for months now after he was seriously hurt to the point where he can't even communicate with staff or police. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is joining us live in Phoenix with what we know about this unusual case. Chase?
Kariba, we're told that patient has been sitting inside Banner University Medical Center since January. Health officials there are telling us that police have exhausted all methods in trying to identify him.
We only know him as John Doe, a Hispanic man believed to be in his 20s who was brought to the hospital on January 12th. Banner Health says he was near 27th Avenue and Buckeye Road when he was hit by a car. When he arrived to Banner University in downtown Phoenix, staff said he had no ID on him. His injury so severe, he had to be placed on life support. Now he is stable, but his brain injury prevents him from being able to communicate with anyone. For months, Banner and Phoenix police tried to figure out who this was, but said they have exhausted all efforts. Retired Phoenix Police Commander Jeffrey Hines, who has more than 3 decades of experience, explains the process.
The normal checks on somebody is fingerprints, the database system, both state and national, and that's usually where it stops.
But this one didn't turn up anything. Hines says that's when police usually expand their search.
Hopefully, they've done facial recognition, national database system. They've gone into and looked at the DNA national database system, and they've also explored some of the private sites that are out there as well.
However, Hines said if the man came in from outside the country, that would make it much more difficult to identify him.
Somebody came across the border illegally. There may not be any records on any of those data sources that I just mentioned. And in that case, the picture distribution sounds like a wonderful avenue.
Which is why after all this time, Banner released photos of their patient, including identifying tattoos like this one of a woman, a large open pocket watch on his forearm, and one that reads, "One life, one chance" on his side, hoping this man's family or loved ones will recognize him so they can be reunited once again.
The family is missing a relative for 4 months. They're beside themselves, trying to locate and try to find him.
Now, I did reach out to Phoenix Police to find out what methods they were using to identify this John Doe. I also reached out to Banner Health to find out if no one comes forward to identify this person, what's going to happen to him. I heard back from both saying they are working on getting us those answers. In the meantime, if you do recognize him from any of those photos, you are encouraged to contact Banner Health immediately. We're live in Phoenix. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase. Well, those photos are pretty clear, so hopefully they'll get some leads from that. All right, Chase, thank you so much.